it's been a really, really, really long time, but guess what we're doing today? We're cooking with Christine. So today I'm making a Dominican chicken called chicken Guisado. It's like a chicken and rice stew. This one's Dominican, but you know there are different variations like seco de pollo, which is Ecuadorian chicken and rice stew. Today I just snagged a recipe off of the World Wide Web, and I'm going to put on my own spin because you know that's how I do. And this meal is inspired by all the delicious Hispanic restaurants out there, Dominican restaurants out there, and let's get started. So I'm starting out with chicken thighs, and I'm going to get 2 limes. After you roll them out real nice and get the juice, you squeeze the juice on them and rub it in. Pro tip, when squeezing the juice out of lemons and limes, it's best to roll them out on the counter with as much strength as you can so that when you juice them, a lot of juice comes out. After you have squirted all the lime juice, you're going to sprinkle some adobo, some oregano, and some salt onto your chicken. We're going to chop up peppers, tomatoes, onions, and garlic so we can marinate the chicken for an hour and let the flavors sink in. Sorry I didn't specify, but you need green peppers and red onions. Ever since my sister got this chopper for my mom for Christmas, cooking has been so much easier. Maxwell, he's got me singing. I used a whole green pepper, half of a red onion, and I'm about to use 1 1/2 tomatoes. I'm sorry, it's just the red onions. They're just so beautiful. Correction, 2 tomatoes. Pro tip, when peeling garlic, pop it in the microwave for a couple of seconds and it'll just come right out, that garlicky peel. So while my chicken marinates, I'm going to go ahead and start my yellow rice. And yes, I'm using my hot in the pack because I like shortcuts. Who doesn't? But if you don't want to use a shortcut, you just make a regular pot of rice. And I think it's just saffron is the correct seasoning to make it the flavor that you need. But don't take my word for it because I've only ever used these. They're delicious. So, yeah. Okay. So you just follow the instructions on the back here. And boil some water, some margarine or butter, and add it. I just threw it into my handy dandy rice cooker, but you know, you can do you know, the stove, whatever. So go with my pollo guisado, my yellow rice. I'm going to make some patacones, also known as paticos. That's what I call them, out of platanas. You might know these green bananas as plantains, but I call them platanas. That's what I learned growing up. Fun fact, when I was in Spain, they were actually called bananas, and bananas were called something else. I was like, whoa, mind blown. Anyway, in order to make patacones, which are my favorite things to make out of platanas, first thing you do is cut them into large chunks. After you have them cut into large chunks, you throw them into some hot oil to fry them, and then like halfway through you take them out. Had to make a little quick Walmart trip, you know, restock on supplies. Okay, so after I'm back from my Walmart trip, I cut up those platanas, and it's been an hour, so now I can cook my chicken. I've got a large pot, and I put some oil in it on medium-high heat. Now, while my pot is heating up the oil, or when it's done heating up the oil, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar, about 1.5 tablespoons. I'm going to let the sugar brown, and then I'm going to add the chicken. But I'm only going to add the chicken. I'm going to leave the vegetables and the rest of the marinade in the bowl that I prepared it in. Now, sugar is really easily burned, so keep an eye on it and make sure that you don't. Just kidding, that was for your entertainment only. It's fine. I'm gonna start adding the chicken. We're going to saute this until it's light brown, and we're gonna add just a little bit, maybe about 2 tablespoons of water so that it's not frying. Now I'm gonna cover it and let it simmer while I finish reading the rest of the instructions. This recipe is actually off of food.com by Kitty Cat Cook. And, you know, I've kind of pretty much followed it up to now. Now it says simmer till the meat is tender, but the meat should actually already be tender because it sat for an hour in lime juice and the citrus really breaks it down. Okay, while that is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start my patacones. I'm going to get some olive oil, pour it into the pot, they're deep fried. And I definitely meant vegetable oil because I don't know who deep fries in olive oil. It's like really expensive oil to deep fry in. Not to mention, what would that even taste like? So I got my oil. It looks like it's hot enough now. I've got my platanas that are cut up into nice chunks. Got my bowl with my paper towels for draining set aside. And I've got my hammer for smashing. Let us begin! I let them fry until they were about halfway done. Then I took them out and I smashed them with the flat side of the hammer. Now they're going back in. Also, while those were frying the first time, I added the rest of the marinade to the chicken, and I also added some fresh cilantro, and now I have to add tomato paste, about 2 tablespoons. After you pull them out of the heat the second time, they'll look like that. And I've got another batch going. And this is an update on our chicken. Okay, so the chicken seems to be about done. I'm going to go ahead and add these green olives, you don't have to if you don't want to, into the pot. Alright, everything is finished.